Sana nga.
Pa-arty, pa-arty.
Okay.
Arty. Let's do it.
General chat lagay tayo. Wow, photographer. Naririnig, wala.
We're live.
Oh, ang dami ng tao sa Merit Lobby.
Yeah, I think so.
Cute.
Hey, Mauritians! Good evening. I am Dave, and with me today is Majo, and we are your hosts for tonight's Merit Talk of Hearts. I hope that you're all having just the perfect evening. But if you aren't yet, tonight, members of the Merit fam will make our nights, making us happy, sad, laugh, cry, fall in love, get our hearts broken, and make us yearn for that forever as we find the ending to their unfinished love stories. I myself am looking forward to celebrating love tonight, no matter what it looks like. How about you, Majo?
I am looking forward to reading the chosen love stories of individuals from Merit Circle, and I am honored to share the stage with you as we read together the love that a few people from Merit Circle chose to share with us, their story. And yeah, what a perfect way to end the weekday and start the weekend. What do you
I
think?
I know, right? Celebrating love before the weekend starts is such a great way to start it. But before we go to our first story, let's introduce our love advisors for tonight, who will provide us with lessons of love that we can take away from tonight's celebration of love. Would you like to introduce the first one, Majo?
Okay, definitely. First one is the head of community for Merit Circle, uh, Professor LP.
And we also have tonight our internal affairs officer, Princess. All right, before we go to our first story for tonight, we would like to inform everyone that we are giving away Cybele scholarships today. So much fun! Are you excited, GM Majo of Cybele?
I am not. But yeah, we have Cybele slots to be given today. Just remember that these Cybele slots to be given today would be distributed next week. You get your assets sometime next week and not as soon as possible. So please, 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 please don't message me about that during the weekend. It's all duly noted. You will be listed properly and your assets will be distributed sometime next week.
All right, you heard our game manager, everyone. Please don't PM. It's gonna be given next week. So the giveaways will be conducted after the event. You will have to go during the event. You will have to go to the scholarship announcement channel, and a bot will post there, and you will have to click the button there, and you will be joining the raffle. No. All right, let's go to our first story. Love Story 1. God Moves in Mysterious Ways by Binibini. My love story is fun and interesting. I was a person who used to tell myself that I should never be weak for love until love arrived in the form of bird poop and an annoying seatmate. My seatmate and I had contrasting personalities, and for this reason, we never really got along well. He thought I talked too much and I always arrive late for classes, while he's the opposite. It got worse though, when apparently I had bird poop on my uniform and he did not bother to tell me about it the entire day. I was sure he saw the huge spot on my skirt because I was late for our class and we exchanged seats. It was so disgusting. From then, I had decided that his face is the crappiest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. It started to be annoying on purpose when we had to be grouped together for some school activities. He would always be around me, intentionally doing things that would get a reaction out of me. Eventually, he asked me to go out with him on a friendly date. We paid for everything on that date, and we both had so much fun. However, before it ended, he asked me a question that surprised me. Can we try being in a relationship for a week? I had to laugh at him because it honestly felt like a joke. But it turned out he was sincere. To cut the story short, I said yes. We decided to hide this setup, though, because he used to date someone in our class, and I wasn't really friends with her. That 1 week proved to me that we matched really well. We enjoy being together even when we're just hanging out, and we had fun trying different food at restaurants around. When the last day of that week arrived, it became obvious to both of us that we could no longer be apart from each other. So we decided to continue our relationship. Like any relationship, we had struggles thrown our way too. There was a period where everyone wanted us to be apart, but we braved through it and became stronger. This love brought the best out of us too. Our performance as students greatly improved to a point where we became the best students in different subjects. We would be on a call every evening from 8 p.m. onwards, doing homework together and quizzing each other on our school subjects. We even became academic scholars at the end of the semester. There were difficult moments, but we did not let anything affect our relationship, our schoolwork, and our dreams. He supports me as much as he can too. When I had financial difficulties as a student, he did not hesitate to help me pay my school dues and sometimes even help me with my allowance. When I graduated and had to take my licensure examination, he bought me vitamins and snacks and helped me review for it. When the licensure examination result came out and my name was on the list of passers, he called me. We were both screaming in happiness because it felt like it's a joint success for us. I am now a licensed librarian working at the school while he works as a chief administrative assistant, and he has been my armor for years, and I can say that I am too fortunate to have this man. Over the course of our 4-year relationship, going 5 this November, congratulations, we had no issues about third parties on both sides because we're faithful to each other. I'd like to believe he's the most special thing that happened to me, and he's the only man I have ever introduced to my parents because I think he deserves it. As of now, we're separated by a long distance, but we're doing our best to manage everything so we can meet once or twice a month. We both believe that communication is the best foundation of love. So we work hard to maintain and sustain it despite the physical distance between us. To think that all of this started from bird group jokes and a week of trial relationship, and now we are bonded with an everlasting love. God really works in mysterious ways. Truly yours, Binibini. What can you say about that, Majo?
Okay. The 1 week trial of of the relationship is I remember that meme wherein your 1 month free trial has expired. Do you wanna extend? But honestly, I admire relationships where you both are working very hard academically. You're both pushing each other to be academically okay, academically proficient, because that lays a foundation towards a strong future and something that would make the relationship be more acceptable to the parents, right? Like if I was a parent, I would more likely give my blessing to a boyfriend or girlfriend or just generally a lover that my child brings home if that child is also helping my child achieve academic excellence. That's very good.
Right.
And now the girl is a licensed librarian. That's very
Yep,
good.
yeah.
And yeah, I hope nothing but the very best for this couple. Majo seal of
Yeah.
approval.
Yeah, me too. Don't you think it's funny when like someone you never thought you'd like like turns out to be, the most important person in your life. Like, it sounds funny that it started with, the bird poop thing and the whole annoying seatmate thing, and now they can't get they can't just get away from, like, be away from each other. So that is such a sweet story, and it started out with us hating Mr. Annoying Seatmate with you, Binibini, but we ended up seeing him through your love-filled eyes as well. So thank you for that wonderful story. I absolutely adore couples just like Majo, or even people who aren't together, who bring the best out of each other. And I hope that all of us can find something like that at some point in our lives too. Um, so yeah, and to make us feel a little bit more, if that's not enough, we have a live performer performing Rainbow by Southborder. Solo version.
Yeah.
-1.
Say goodbye, say hello to a lover or friend. Sometimes we never could understand why some things begin then. Just say we can really never tell it all. No, no, no. But oh, can't you see? No matter what happens, life goes on and on, and so baby, just fine. 'Cause I'm always around you, and I make you see how beautiful life is for you and me. Take a little time, baby, see the butterflies, colors, listen to the birds that were sent to sing for me and you. Yeah, you feel me. This is such a wonderful place to be. Yeah. Even if there is rain now, everything will be alright. For as long as the world still turns out, we'll be night and day. Yeah, you hear me. There's a rainbow always after the rain. Oh, 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 oh. Get high, get low. When I lose, you should go. Yeah, yeah. Get it warm, get it cold. Whether it could be so good or bad. But baby, this is life. So don't get in my head. No, 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 no. You're so, can't you see? No matter what happens, life goes on and so baby, just smile, just smile. 'Cause I'm always around you, and I make you see how beautiful life is for you and me. Take a little time, baby, see the butterflies, colors, listen to the birds that were sent to sing for me and you. Yeah, you feel me. This is such a wonderful place to be. Yeah. Even if there is rain now, everything will be alright. For as long as the world still turns out, we'll be night and day. Yeah, you hear me. There's a rainbow I say what's up, and this was wonderful. Let us celebrate life that's so beautiful. So beautiful. Butterflies, colors, listen to the birds. I will sit to sing for me. Ooh, can you feel me? This is such a wonderful place to be. Even if there is pain now, everything will be alright. For as long as the world still tells, say I will be there and take. Can you hear me? There's a rainbow always after the rain.
That was lovely. Thank you. Thank you for that, Cholo. Um, so yeah, before anything else, I'd like to see the comments in the Merit lobby. Rain, should we check out the comments there?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we also would love to hear from you guys. Like, which part of this story swayed your hearts the most? What moved you? Or, which part of the story do you think we can get a lesson from? You think that would be a nice touch moving forward? We would say, hey, you know what? This sort of thing, I really would also, love to happen to my relationship. Because, as our host said a while ago, I think this sort of setup is, I only watch these in like soap operas or K dramas, the 1 week trial, and okay, let's just try to be together for 1 week. And then, okay, if it doesn't work, bye. But somehow for this couple, it developed into something more. So it's like, hmm, did they somehow unconsciously, were they unconsciously attracted to each other? And it just so happened that this developed into something more.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
One of the comments here from Prims, they say, I love how they became lovers from being enemies. Something so special about it is that they are now both established in their careers. Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice that throughout the preparation for the boards and all the difficulties that you would face as you try to build your career. For some people it's not easy. When they're together, sometimes chasing the career would break them. But for this couple, they only built each other up. So that's really nice.
Right. And so now I am reading a comment here from Ensorcelist. I had the same problem with my relationship. My partner and I also had difficulties because of our long distance relationship, but we still managed to make it work. It's a bit corny, but love does conquer all. I mean, Ensorcelist, I am so happy for you because I think distance is one of the biggest, well, what, not biggest, I would say. Distance is one of the most common, I would say, um, problems.
Challenges.
Yeah, challenges in a relationship. Yeah, wouldn't you say, Princess, that some people or some couples, some relationships just don't work out because of distance.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Like some relationships really won't work if they're far apart. So yeah.
right. And so now I think one of the main things that I would like to share with everyone here, listening to this or who listen to this story right now, is that they both believe, the two of them both believe that communication is the best foundation of love. And I, could not agree more because, okay, we have this notion that, hey, if you really love me, then, you would understand how I'm feeling. You can, get me even if I do not say words to you. But, it's not really always the case. There will be times when it's going to be a new problem or a new challenge, and we would really have to, use our words. And this is something that um couples don't, well, I mean, I've seen a lot of relationships that handle conflict in the matter in a way that, hey, okay, we are fighting right now, let's cool down, and then tomorrow say sorry, forget about it. But yeah, I don't think it's just gonna work out in the long run. What do you think about that, Princess?
Yeah, like to add to that, I know some couples who I don't know how this works for them, but like personally, for my relationship, this doesn't work. Like, one of them is passive aggressive, and just waiting for the other to woo them or something. Uh, well, I guess, you know, um, you need to figure out how to communicate. And it's not necessarily always with words, but you also need to understand that your partner may not know what you're trying to communicate. So you really have to try to find that balance. Like, okay, we need to talk about how we express our love for each other, or how we express anger, or how we express frustration. Sometimes I express my anger like I'm silent. I won't talk at all. And your partner may not know that. So you have to be really open to communicating that. And with the distance thing, it might get more difficult to communicate with each other. But I'm really happy that, well, based on your story, Binibini, um, you guys have, pushed through the really tough times. So I'm hoping the best for you. I really hope that despite the distance, you try to keep understanding each other. You try to maintain that love, that spark. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, we have a lot more comments here. I'd like to read just a few, probably two more comments, and then yeah, we'll proceed. So from Manoy, they say, "Hi, I have the same feeling, but what I can say is that love makes you do irrational things, no matter how mindful nor smart you are." Um, okay. They are talking about their relationship. Okay,
I
from time to
think this
time.
is in context to another one, but okay.
Yeah. Okay, so they were actually talking about being with the ex
Mm-hmm.
in the relationship. Yeah. Um. Okay. Okay. So another one from Ibukun no Lua. Communication matters a lot in relationships. Yeah. To echo our sentiments earlier, it's really, yeah, really have to communicate well.
Paquito. From Paquito. I think that the relationships between top two top level athletes who are rivals is one of the most fascinating human relationships to explore. It's always atom away from being tragedy sick. What? Okay, I think Paquito, you're having too much cyball in your brain right now
That's some
because
cyber level analysis.
yeah, this is some cyber level analysis for sure. So I think we can
Okay.
maybe this is, I think, now I've mentioned a while ago that some stories you just see in soap operas or in K dramas.
Um,
I think this um click or this particular trope you is more like seen there or something.
Oh, it's a trope. Yeah, but I'm
It is a
really,
trope.
really happy for Binibini. I wish the best for you and your partner. I hope you guys get through this long distance phase of your relationship. Eventually, I hope you get together physically and express your love for each other in a very healthy way. So, yes, congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Binibini.
All right. So, at this point, we are going to have another live performance. And this time, we would like to welcome Koko for her rendition of Best Part by Daniel Caesar.
You know, babe, when you hold me and kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing. And it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're the sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow. No matter how far. If I was a movie, oh, you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, best part. It's the sunrise and those brown eyes, yes. You're the one that I desire. When we wake up and then we make love, it makes me feel so nice. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow. No matter how far. If I was a movie, oh, you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, best part. If you love me, would you say something? If you love me, would you? If you love me, would you say something? If you love me, would you? Love me, would you? If you love me, would you say something? If you love me, would you? If you love me, would you say something? If you love me, would you? Love me, would you? If you love me, would you say something? If you love me, would you? If you love me, would you say something? If you love me, would you? Love me, would you?
Okay, wow. That was a very, very good performance. Thank you, Coco.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, the raffle bot is now live. Head over to Scholar Announcements, and that I think you need to click it. I think you need to click join.
Yep. They have to click the post of the bot, and then they'll be their names will be on the raffle.
Okay. I would just like to take this time to acknowledge the CEO of Merit Circle, Mr. Marco, currently listening with us.
Hi, Sir Marco.
Hi, Sir Marco.
All right, so that was an amazing performance. That was an amazing first love story, and amazing advices and from our love advisors and our community even. Thank you so much, guys. So do you want to go to our next love story, Majo?
Yeah, definitely. Our second love story is titled I Think I Know You, and it's sent by the pseudonym Lucyylle. Yeah. My name is Jill, and I would like to share the beginning of how my love story with Tim unfolded. Tim, my 8th grade crush, was a transferee to our school and is Kevin's cousin, and the two of them made a popular duo on our campus. Kevin, with his sparkly eyes and charismatic persona, and Tim, who has a sweet smile, Nordic nose, and mesmerizing looks. It was no wonder all the girls are into them, myself included. One fateful day, I decided to deviate from my usual routine of going to the canteen 10 minutes after the break starts. I would do this to avoid the crowd, and usually, my friends would ask me what I want to buy and buy it for me. But I decided to do it myself this time. On my way to the cafeteria, I saw a guy that really got my attention. Our eyes only met for a few seconds, but time stood still and I was wrapped in bliss. The feeling was so intense. It was like Zeus sent a thunderbolt to me, and my heart began to race as if I were in danger. Literally in danger, because since that day, he has never left my mind. Wow, those are strong descriptions of what you feel. It's impossible to deny how he's not only handsome but also academically gifted. It made me want to get to know him. Yes, how shameful of me to make the first move. Um, just to just for the record, I don't think that girls making the first move is something that's shameful. I think it's very good that girls show interest and are clear with what they want if they want to do it. Okay, back to the story. I'm sorry for the little intermission there. But I created a dummy account just to I could have a conversation with him. We mainly talked at night and I could tell he was comfortable talking with me without knowing my identity. However, after a few days of talking, he began to recognize me. He said, I think I know you. I felt nervous and I had to stop messaging him after that, and I've never opened that account since. A few years later, on my birthday, I was checking my phone to see if there were any important messages or greetings when a familiar name appeared in my notifications. Tim sent me a friend request. I had little to no reaction because it had been a few years since we spoken in my dummy account, and he may have even forgotten about it. It didn't really matter anymore because I no longer have feelings for him, so I decided to accept his request. He really didn't do anything after that except react to a few of my posts. Until one night, when I was scrolling through social media after a break from studying for my exam, an unfamiliar profile was on my chat head. I tapped it and was confused because it was Tim's. I did respond to his message though, and he immediately answered it. It started with a formal conversation that went on for days, but Tim messaged me constantly since then, and checking up on me and asking me questions just to keep me entertained. He had a pleasant personality and a good sense of humor. Days, weeks, and months passed, and our conversation and relationship grew deeper. We didn't realize how close we've become. We would always keep in touch and talk about anything under the sun, sharing our goals, ambitions, what ifs, favorites, and dislikes of each other, and recommending K-drama and anime series that we haven't watched. When we both had a day where both of us were free, we decided to meet at the park, go for a walk, and have lunch together. It was the first time I was able to talk to him in person, but it felt different. Of course, the usual awkwardness of meeting someone for the first time was there, but it felt like I've known him for a very long time, even though we've only been talking for months. We comfortably talked and even had dinner together. Therefore, we became buddies. When we're bored, we would go to the mall and treat ourselves because eating is our coping mechanism. Same. And I think that this is one of the reasons why we get along so well. He would occasionally invite me to come over to his place just to watch movies and eat snacks. His family is also familiar with me as one of his friends. But things began to shift one night when he suddenly confessed. I was speechless at the time. I ran out of words and didn't know how to react. My immediate response was to refuse because I was afraid he was just confused about his feelings, and I didn't want to lose the friendship we have. But then he called me Ellie, which was the name I used in my dummy account. I didn't know what to say. I felt like I was being fooled, and it made me uncomfortable to respond to his messages. And after that, however, he explained everything to me. He told me he had been admiring me since he first saw me in the canteen back in 8th grade. The moment he knew I was behind the account of Ellie Roosevelt, he felt happy and wanted to introduce himself properly, but I was no longer responding. Yes, I never got to read any of his messages years ago, but at that moment I realized that we felt the same. Tim waited patiently for a month while I processed my feelings. During those days, he made me feel like I was the most valuable thing in his life. He even tells me he loves me even though we aren't lovers yet. So I asked him, why do you keep telling me you love me even though you're not getting the same response in return? His response made my heart melt. I am saying I love you because that is how I feel. I want to love you without expecting anything in return. Aside from that, I may not be sure if I'd hear it, but one thing I can guarantee is that I can wait months or a year until you tell me that you love me too. After a month, I asked him again if he was still sure about me, and his answer never changed even after asking him many times. So when he told me he loves me, I replied back, I love you too. I didn't get a response for a few minutes. He just kept me on scene and I thought it might be a prank, so I decided to remove my message. But then he replied, really? Am I dreaming? Hahaha, are you sure about that? There's no way you take that back, okay? Can I see you tomorrow? His reaction was so memorable that it would be impossible to forget the night I first said it. Tim and I's relationship seems perfect. He never fails to assure me and he always finds time to catch up with me despite his hectic class schedule. He always motivates me by cracking corny jokes whenever I'm down. He always asks me about my day and spoils me with attention and sweet messages. He also gets food and things for me of his own will. His greeting for our monthsary and anniversary is always on time because he said it's the best time for him. Before we go out, I make him decide for me what to wear, but everything is fine with him. That's good. Above all, he supports me in everything I do. When we talk about our future, he always includes me in all of his plans as if he is dating to marry me. He probably is. We went through ups and downs, but he never left my side. He proved to me that saying yes to him is not and will never be a wrong decision. Yours truly, Lucyylle. What do you feel about that story, Sir Dave?
Uh, Actually, my favorite part of the story are GM Majo's comes there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So honestly, this kind of love story kind of takes me back to love stories that took years and years to get there, but when it finally clicks, everything starts to make sense. And it was beautifully written, and it honestly feels like I'm watching, some sort of movie, feeling with them at every point in time. And one of the things that I really appreciated in this story is when Lucyylle, even after feeling all her feelings, took the time to really sort her thoughts, to process her feelings, and what she actually wants. So thank you for making us fall in love with you, Lucyylle and team, and Tim, and may we all find that person that we can share our anime and K-drama favorites too. Yeah, what do you think about that, Jim Majo?
Yeah, this is very peak not relatable content because when I was in eighth grade, all I was doing was playing Dota. Yeah, and yeah, I remember saving my money, my allowance by taking snacks from home so that I can have enough money to rent a PC after school. That's my main problem, or that's my main lifestyle when I was in high school. So, but yeah, this seems very very nice, and
Yeah.
it seems like they're destined for each other, don't you think? I mean,
I know,
after
yeah.
years down the line,
I know,
and
and with
then it
all
suddenly
those
happened. It
sort of
suddenly clicked together. Yeah.
right, those intersections, right? It kind of made sense all in the end.
Yeah. I just want to make I just want to make it clear that there is nothing wrong with girls making the first move.
I
Let's
so
remove
agree.
that. Let's remove that thinking that guys should always make the first move, because sometimes,
2022, guys.
yeah, I mean, sometimes guys, and that includes me, are oblivious. So we won't get the hint
Oh
unless you
God,
specifically tell us what
how
you
true
think.
is that?
Yeah. So yeah. It's time to have a discussion on gender norms in relationships. If you like someone, go for it. As long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as the one that you're telling this stuff isn't uncomfortable, you're not making them uncomfortable, you're not harassing them, then by all means go for it. Majo
Right.
seal of approval.
Yep, being clear on what we want is always the way to go.
Yeah. I think we have I think we have another live performance. You and I, Cholo version.
Hi, girl, you just caught my eye. Thought I should give it a try and get your name and your number. Go grab some lunch and eat some cucumbers. Why did I say that? I don't know why. But you're smiling and it's something I like on your face. Yeah, it suits you. Girl, we connect like we have Bluetooth. I don't know why I'm drawn to you. Could you be the other one so we're equal to? This is all based on a lucky chance that you would rather add than subtract. You and I could be like Sonny and Cher, honey and basil. And you and I could be like Aladdin and Jasmine. Let's make it happen. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, how you been? I know that it's been a while. Are you tired? Cause you've been on my mind, running thousands of miles. Sorry, I know that the line's out of style, but you look so beautiful on that starry night. Loving the way the moonlight catches your eyes and your smile. I'm captivated. Your beauty is timeless, never outdated. I don't know why I'm drawn to you. Could you be the other one so we're equal to? This is all based on a lucky chance that you would rather add than subtract. You and I could be like Sonny and Cher, honey and basil. And you You and I could be like Aladdin and Jasmine. Let's make it happen. Babe, it's been 5 years since that special day when I asked you on our first date. Yes, it's safe to say you and I are better than Sonny and Cher, honey and bears. Ooh. And you and I are better than Aladdin and Jasmine. We made it happen. La 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 la.
Thank you so much for that heartwarming performance,
That
Cholo.
was
Thank you.
lovely. That
Thank
was
you so
lovely.
much. Yeah, I
Took us
agree.
back. Definitely took us back. Um, yeah, so that was also a really lovely story. Thank you so much, Lucille.
Lucille,
Um,
yeah, I mean,
Lucille?
Lucille. And, I was actually, smiling like an idiot. You know,
Me
I felt like,
too.
I felt like I was a high school student while listening to that
Yeah.
story, smiling from ear
Yeah.
to ear.
That's what Filipinos would say kilig, right?
Right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
what's lovely about Kilig is there's literally no English translation for it. I think.
Yeah. Like you could say butterflies in your stomach or giddy feeling, but nothing that's directly translatable to kilig. So yeah, but
Right, yeah.
um anyway, comments on the story. First of all, I'd like to echo Maja's sentiments immediately. Women, ladies, please. There is absolutely nothing wrong with making the first move. And I can say this with with all the pride in my heart because I myself asked my husband to marry me. So I proposed to my husband. Yeah, I did. I did. Girl power, let's go. So yeah, and now we're happily married. I can't stop smiling, but yeah. So please, just be brave. Just ask. Just confess. Women's Month. There's nothing wrong with being the first one to make a move. Um, yeah, Rain is smiling like some.
There's
What do you have to say for yourself?
yeah, I actually don't have anything to say for myself, but yeah, I definitely agree that I think the age of, only the guys being able to make the first move should be, long gone behind us because, well, I mean, we already have seen a lot of manifestations of love, even like, okay, maybe what if there are, say, two women, then no one's gonna make the first move, something like that. So,
Yeah. Break that stereotype, women. Break all those glass ceilings, break everything. Like really, just break everything. Um but yeah. I guess with Lucille, I'm really glad that you took that leap. I'm so proud. Really, I'm so proud because I think a lot of women should do that. And even men. Um, we live in we live in a generation, we live in a world where people now are so afraid, so wary to make a move because they're scared of getting hurt, they're scared of their feelings not being reciprocated. And I say to that, just do it. Just do it. What do you have to lose anyway? If
Mhm.
you get rejected, then okay, they don't like you. Okay, just let it be. If they do, well, that's a bigger reward, I guess, um for making the first move. Yeah.
Right. And so now I'm gonna be reading some comments from uh the community that captured my attention.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
okay, yeah. I mean, okay, I can't find it right now because it was, I think everyone just went bananas when you said your piece. But I think one of the most noteworthy comments I saw while the story was being read was, date to marry. That the main
Oh,
intention of dating is always to marry. Now, okay, I think there might be a discussion to be made there because, okay,
yeah.
while it's true that some of us here want to get married. Okay, now I found it. This is from Prince. Date to marry. That should be every relationship's goal. Marry someone you want to build your future with. This is what it means when they say, whatever is meant for you will always find its way. It might take a lot of time, but what's meant for you will always be worth the wait. Okay? So, of course, there is merit to this, what, a dodge, I would say. But I think it's also important for us to realize that not everyone, just would be in a position that they want to marry. And I think again we'll
Yeah,
go back to the point from the previous story that communication is always key. Like if
definitely.
yeah, right? So if you're able to communicate that, hey, okay, sorry, but I'm not really the marrying type, and then the other person says, hey, you know what? I'm also not the marrying type as well. But if we want to be together and we want to take on some of these challenges in life
Yeah.
together, so why not? I think it's about time that we get out of this box, the what conventional quote unquote dating is.
Yeah, stereotype, convention. But definitely for me, I would say date to date. You know, just be clear at the very start of the relationship what you're expecting from the other person and what your goal is. Because if it's not clear at the start, if one of you has that mindset that, okay, I'm dating to get married, and then the other is not, like they're just dating for fun, they're just dating for companionship, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think all it takes is, sit down with your partner, talk to them about what are you expecting to get from this relationship? Are you expecting to build a future with me, or is it just, I have a companion, we're together until we don't want to be anymore. And that's fine. That's fine. As long as you openly communicate what you want, how you feel, just be clear. Just be clear about that.
Right. I think that's where a lot of problems are coming from because every relationship is different, right? Because now I think we have this preconceived notion that, hey, this is what society is telling us. Hey, you're my girlfriend or you're my boyfriend, so what? You shouldn't be liking pictures of other girls, that sort of thing. So
Mm,
every relationship is different, and it's really just a matter of communication. We'll always, I think, go back to that very important
yes.
key point that communication is key always.
Yeah, yeah. The boundaries have to be set, of course. So if there's, I'm placing a boundary here, I am not the marrying type. Okay, that's fine. And if you're not okay with that boundary, with your partner's boundaries, then you better rethink your relationship. But what's important really is that at the very beginning, you already know what you're expecting and what you're hoping for. Um, we have a comment here. We have a very interesting comment here. It's from wait, it's from Marie. What if he plans a future with you in vocal or in words, but the actions are different? Rain, what do you say to that?
All right. So I think for that particular instance, I think a lot also is being said in the non-verbal language.
Mm.
So, if the actions are in conflict with the words, then, you know, again, what I would say is communicate to your
Yeah.
partner about it. Hey, you're
Bring it up.
saying, yeah, bring it up. Always bring it up. Hey, you're saying that, you want to build a future with me and you want to be married to me in the future, and how come your actions are this and this, and of course if your actions are this and this, then I would think this and that, you know
Yeah. Yeah. If you're clear about what you're okay. A tip for people, I would say a pro tip would be you communicate with them in the sense that, okay, partner, I'm seeing your action, you're doing this. It seems like your message to me is this. Then is that what you mean, or do you mean something else? You know? So yeah, we will always go back to communication and building a healthy relationship.
all right, so I think at this point we are again ready to hear another lovely number from
Yeah.
Coco. So we'll pass this floor to her.
Maybe it's the way you say my name. Maybe it's the way you play your game. But it's so good. I've never known anybody like you. But it's so good. I've never dreamed anybody like you. And I've heard of all of the comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are the love of my life. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine. Mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. Smile. Wishing in dandelions all the time. Praying to God one day you'll be mine. Wishing in dandelions all the time. All of the time. I think that you are the one for me. 'Cause it gets so hard to breathe when you're looking at me. I've never felt so alive and free. When you're looking at me, I've never felt so happy. And I've heard of all love that comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are the love of my life. And I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'll be mine. Mine. I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. Smile. Wishing on dandelions all the time. Praying to God one day you'll be mine. wishing on dandelions all the time, all of the time. Dandelions into the wind you go. Won't you let my darling know? Dandelion into the wind you go. Won't you let my darling know that I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'll be mine, mine. I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all the time, all of the time. I'm in a field of dandelions, wish on everyone that you'll be mine, mine.
Koko, you are breaking our Discord server. That was such an amazing performance and such a lovely voice. Thank you for that. You are making us feel all the feels that we could feel tonight. So to add more to that, let's go to our third love story. Our third love story is entitled Little Touch of Heaven by Jay. A perfect relationship is not perfect. It's just that both people never gave up. I am Jay, and this is how my story begins. I met a beautiful girl called Elle when she transferred into the university I was attending. She has fair skin, is conservative, and the way she dresses is very simple. Yet she looks very attractive. In fact, all of my friends stared at her in adoration. She has an aloof personality, which is opposite of mine, as people say I am an enthusiastic person and I radiate positive vibes. Because I felt starstruck by her beauty from the get-go, I was very hesitant to interact with her. One day, our class had to be divided into groups for a laboratory activity. I was coincidentally grouped with Elle, and that was our first interaction. We were able to answer our activity with no sweat despite its difficulty, thanks to her. Through this, I was able to realize how smart she is, and I got even more fascinated by her. I looked up her Facebook profile when I got home that day. As I was looking through her photos, I couldn't help but think, damn, she's so fine. I sent her a friend request, and to my excitement, she accepted it on the very same night. On a different day, she posted a Facebook status that she got sick. I thought it's because she studies hard, and I wanted to comment on her post to cheer her up. But I hesitated because I was shy. I guess I lost control and my emotions won because I commented, "Take your meds anyway." A few minutes later, she replied, "Okay po, I will." And that made my heart pound. There was also this one time when she posted the lyrics, "I won't give up on us." And I got tempted to comment, "I won't." I started commenting on her posts with sweet and witty messages, and that's how things started. We also started to talk through Messenger. Eventually, we became friends who would hang out during breaks in between classes. We became really close, and I developed feelings for her. The way we treated each other became special too. To cut the story short, I decided to officially court her. It took 8 months of courting before we became official, and I was very happy. She introduced me to her family, and I also introduced her to mine. In fact, she got very close to my mom, and even our dogs love her. It felt like we were a perfect couple. Every day became exciting, and I was motivated to study even when we don't share the same classes anymore. But life is really a roller coaster, because just when I thought everything was perfect, a devastating news came to me. My L was diagnosed with cancer in late 2021. I could not believe it since she didn't show any symptoms. I can only recall one instance of her feeling pain in her stomach. I was very devastated. I kept thinking, why would this happen to us? I didn't do anything wrong. But after hours of crying, I came to a realization that I have no time to be weak. I need to be stronger to support her. It's difficult for me to manage everything. I felt really distracted. I couldn't study well and do my normal routine. I kept thinking about the possibility of losing her anytime. I made it a point to always visit her in their home, even though it's really painful for me to see the changes in her. The lively Elle that I once knew became weak, and it hurts so much. It feels like my heart is being torn apart. Despite this, I hold my tears in front of her and only let them fall on my way home because I don't want her to see me cry. Every day is a battle for us, but I am positive that my Elle is strong enough to conquer this challenge. This will make us stronger as individuals and as a couple. I still believe that one day she will recover and travel around the world with me. Elle, I will love you each day more than yesterday. I will always show you the real meaning of love. Soon, we won't have to tell each other good night and goodbye, see you tomorrow. Instead, I'll be able to tell you good night and I love you while hugging you by my side. Thank you for changing my life into a better one. Thank you for everything. I always thank God for having you in my life, Elle. I believe in you, Elle. Stay strong, and I will always be here for you. I can't wait for the time that we'll say our vows and promises in front of our families and loved ones. I love you, Elle. Love, Jay. Wow. Coach Majo, what do you tell? No, Coach, sorry. I'm so. What do you think about that, GM Majo, about that story?
Besides two things, I want them to have a happy ending. I really do. And yeah, that's about it. I won't say my second point anymore because it seems very trivial. But yeah, to be diagnosed with such a serious illness at a very young age is very, very, very challenging. And thinking about it makes me feel scared because if it happened to me, to my girlfriend, I wouldn't know what to do. And right now, all I want to do hug her and keep her close. I just want them to have a happy ending.
Yeah. Life is indeed a roller coaster, huh? Sometimes, like in the story, it can feel, unfair. And to be honest, like Majo, I don't know what to say about this story, except that we're all here tonight to celebrate your love, Elle and Jay. And it breaks our heart to know that Elle is fighting so hard right now, but we are all rooting that you win this battle. We wish you all the best in life. So to make us feel more, if we can even feel more, we have our next performance from Koko, her rendition of Yellow.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do. And it was called Jello. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin bones turn to something beautiful. You know I love you so. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow. I drew a line, I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin bones turn into something beautiful. And you know, for you I bleed myself dry. For you I bleed myself dry. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things you do.
How do you recover from that? Thank you, Coco. Thank you so much for that wonderful rendition of our favorite Coldplay, one of our favorite Coldplay songs. That was lovely. But how do you recover from that?
Yeah, I guess I am still trying to breathe because it is heavy. It is heavy. I mean, especially for me. I mean, right. Okay, I definitely was not ready for the twist in the story. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it, felt like a sucker punch for me. And, well, yeah, I guess it's tough what you're having right now, L and J.
They-
Mm, And okay, I'm gonna gather myself first, and Princess, I'm gonna pass the ball to you first.
Yeah, there's really, what do you say to someone who's experiencing this much pain and also this much love? I guess what we can do is, root for you. We're rooting for you, Jay. Um this definitely shows how much you love Elle, because it's not easy seeing someone you love in pain. The thought of not having that person beside you, that's that's unimaginable. So um we're giving you all our love, we're giving you all our support. I do hope, Jay, that you also have people that you can lean on, because this is not easy. This is not going to be an easy road, but thank you for staying. And that I hope you also know that if it becomes too much for you, then, there are people you can talk to, definitely. So the community is here. I think that much is clear from everyone who's showing support in the Merit Lobby chat. We're here, and thank you. Thank you for telling us your story.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna Princess has already, played the side of the relationship continuing. But okay, I think I would be some sort of devil's advocate here, because now, again, as you've mentioned, dealing with this kind of relationship, as you've said, unimaginable, right? And the pain, the challenge every day just to keep going, it just might be too much for a person to handle. And Jay, if you're listening right now, I think, okay, a lot of you might, not like me for this, but if you do somehow find it in you that you can't do this anymore, right? I hope you find peace, because of course there's only so much you can do, and you cannot always, you know, change anything or do something about what's happening right now. So you can only, of course, take care of L if
Well,
you can take care of yourself first. And, if that's something that simply does not exist anymore, then, you know, it, you just might, think about it.
yeah, I guess what Rain's trying to say is, what's best for Elle may not necessarily be having you there. I would imagine, and I would know actually, that some people would not want their loved one to experience that, to see them in pain, to see them sick. So yeah, we're here. And of course, take care of yourself, Jay. Thank you for taking care of Elle. Um, I hope you find whatever will be the best for both of you. Yeah. It may not be being together. It may not be um you know staying through the really really tough times. It may not be that. But whatever is best for both of you, I hope you find it, and I hope you find peace in it. Yeah. I'm looking at the chat in Merit Lobby right now, and there's just overpouring support and love. So, yeah, the community is coming together. And we are here for you, Jay. Yeah.
We are here for you.
I guess at this point, because it seems as if we're not hurt enough, we're not in enough pain. No, I'm kidding. At this point, I would like to welcome Cholo for his rendition of Lemonade by Jeremy Action.
She's my sunshine in the rain, my Tylenol when I'm in pain, yeah. Let me tell you what she means to me. Like it's all a glass of lemonade. It's burning hot on summer days. She's exactly what I need. She's soothing like the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby. She helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Sometimes I stop to close my eyes. She's exactly what I need. She's my smile when you're feeling blue. She's my good night sleep when the day is through, yeah. Let me tell you what she means to me. It's kinda like this. Kinda like the feeling after your first kiss. Except that every day she makes me feel like this. She's exactly what I need. Oh yeah, she's soothing like the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby. She helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Sometimes I stop to close my eyes. She's exactly what I need. Yeah, she's soothing like the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby. She helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Sometimes I stop to close my eyes. She's exactly what I need.
Wow, thank you for that song, Cholo. Sir Dave, how about your feelings? How do you feel right now?
Dead. I'm dead. After all those, after that story and those songs, I've already used up all my feelings tonight. How about you? How are you feeling tonight?
Sad about that last story, but I'm happy that the MC community is sharing their love and support. I think that shows how strong we are and how caring we are as a community. And I hope that culture remains consistent all throughout the time period that we navigate Web3.
Yeah, feeling all the love from the community. So let's, keep on doing that. Love each other and take care of each other in this space.
Yeah, so okay. So we originally have chosen three stories, but there's one story that
actually was a special mention. I have I've read the story and I had mixed emotions about it. I'm going to discuss that later, but I'll just tell the summary of the story now. There are two people whose love story started here in Merit Circle. Huh. Hmm. Way back when the organization was formerly known as Axie 420 Scholarship Guild. The girl is from Mindanao and the guy is from Negros. It took them 8 months to confess their feelings to each other. After the lockdown, they decided to meet and the rest is history. Their long distance relationship grows stronger every day. They both believe that there's a way to bring two hearts together no matter how many miles are in between. Okay, so I'm glad that they found love. I'm not entirely enthusiastic that they found it in Merit Circle because
Why?
people who listen to this, stop getting ideas in your head. You're most likely not gonna find love in Merit Circle. Please don't make the girls here uncomfortable with your messages, or just anyone. Please don't make anyone uncomfortable with your messages. You will get reported. But yeah, I'm very happy for the couple. And if such a relationship would happen again in Merit Circle under respectful circumstances, yeah, I'd support them under respectful circumstances.
Right.
Please don't find love in Merit Circle, please.
I completely agree that people in our server should be very respectful, and at any point in time, I don't know what your feelings are, but every interaction that we have in our server or even outside when we're messaging someone, let's be respectful. But I would like to disagree a little bit that and we can find love in anywhere, but I think there's a respectful way to go about it, is what I would say. All right, so is that it for tonight? Those are a lot of feelings.
Yeah. Please don't do it. Stop. Get some help.
But yeah, definitely, we definitely discourage. No, not even discourage. We are going to hunt you down. Anyone who's making anyone uncomfortable in our server.
Definitely.
So we want to thank you all for coming tonight. We would like to thank, of course, our love advisors, our head of community, Rain, our internal affairs officer, Princess, our live performers, Cholo and Koko. You made us feel so much tonight. You have such amazing voices, made such amazing performances, and we really appreciated that. Thank you so much. And for the community, thank you for riding this roller coaster of feelings tonight, of life, smiles, broken hearts, and love. We really, really wish you a love-filled weekend, a love-filled life even. Narrations. Thank you, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, wherever you are.